Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video of Tank Group today, and today we're doing, well, boys and girls, I'm glad you asked, because today we're back on World Tanks Concert, that's right, and we're doing World Tanks Concert with our tank. Well, again, I'm glad you asked, because today we're taking a look at the all singing, all dancing new T-55AM2B. That's right, the Era 2 Premium Eastern Alliance Medium Tank, or aka, as you want to say, main battle tank. That's right. And I gotta say, this thing is pretty fun to play. It does get ATGMs as well, so yes, it does. And I believe it gets a 100 caliber gun. We're gonna find out here soon. Um, so yeah, like always with these types of tank reviews, we do there, guys. We go over the stats here in the garage, and then we take it out into a gameplay and see how she performs and stuff. Either if it's a defeat or a victory, it's fine with me. I hope you guys don't mind if it's defeat or victory. As long as I can come at least third, second, or first place in a defeat, that's my #1 goal. Yeah, but let's go ahead and cover about this vehicle and stuff like that. So what you need to know about this vehicle. So with your penetration, with your standard ammunition, is 389 meters penetration. Your premium ammunition gets 500, and your ATGMs get 850. So yeah, your ATGMs do get a lot of penetration, which they should. They're ATGMs. Damage-wise, it's 440 both for your standard and premium rounds, and 980 for ATGMs. Which, like some vehicles with ATGMs, it doesn't get 1,000. So damage, which is pretty good because if every vehicle I guess gets 1,000 so damage with their ATGMs, then it would kind of cause a little bit of problems. Hit points is 2,700. Max speed forward is 55 miles per hour. View range is 505. And concealment is 338. So that's enough to talk about that type of stat. Let's look at the gun. So yes, it is a 100 caliber gun. Rate of fire is 9.88 rounds per minute. Accuracy 100 meters is 0.25. We already said about the damage and penetration. And you get there's two different types of APFSDS rounds, both standard and premium, and of course you get your ATGMs. You can carry up to 55 rounds. Consumables, not consumables, equipment, I put on here, like I always say, I always put advanced lower. Load time, 10% less than what you expect it to be, so you're getting a really decent, less reload than you expect because of this little equipment, which I really love. Now, like I've said in my previous tank review of the T-32A, that tank can't carry it, but this tank can because it's not a auto-loader, which is pretty freaking good. Next, I put advanced armor, which damage from enemy weapons 5% less, which in a lot of ways, yes, it's decent, especially if you're taking 5% less damage from ATGM. So just hopefully you don't get ammo racked for this thing. It's a Russian tank, so the ammunition will be sitting below the turret ring there. So yeah, just hope you don't get hit by something from the side that can actually explode your ammunition. Next, I put gun stabilizer. Vehicle movement accuracy is 20%. Turret rotation accuracy is 20%. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now, if I would have to drop anything, it will probably be maybe gun stabilizer to put improved rations. If I would take anything else, I mean, if you really want this, income encountered missile warning, which is 2 seconds target enemy detection, which means they're ATGM. I would say if you want to take this, but I really don't see a point of taking it myself because I really use True Vision, and with True Vision you can actually see the missile coming. Depending on if you're actually pointing at someone that is shooting that ATGM at you. So, in some way, yes, it's good, but in some way, I guess you could prefer taking something else if you want to use something like this, like advanced reload, swap non-ATGM ammo freely, which would really helpful do with this vehicle. With because it does have ATGMs and stuff. Anything else? Oh, well, Small liner crew survival rate is 50%, and ramming explosion defense is 50%. So it all depends on how you want to play this vehicle in a lot of ways. This is how I like to prefer with the advanced loader and the armor and the accuracy and stuff. My consumables, I put a premium repair kit, not repair kit. Yes, repair kit. I was going to call it med kit for some reason. I don't know why. A premium fire extinguisher and a premium hull patch kit, which it helps get you some hit points back, which is pretty nice. And then my ammunition, I carry about 49 rounds of AP, or not AP, APFSDS rounds, and 6 rounds of ATGMs, which you never know when you're going to want to use those things. Even though they do about, not 1,000 of damage, but 980 damage, isn't that bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the commander. The perks of my commander I like taking is rapid loading, which is 10% increase to gun reload speed. Then Adrenaline Rush, which is 50% increase to gun reload speed when under 10% hit points. And then Rapid Aim, which is 10% increase to current and gun rotation speed. And then Steady Aim, 10% increase to accuracy, which I love getting the accuracy up. Snapshot, which is 12% increase to accuracy during turn rotation. And then also Run and Gun, which is 10% increase to actually when moving. And then also, of course, General Mechanic, which is 10% increase to repair speeds of all damaged modules, which you never know when you're going to need, because if you get a damaged track and you're a heavy tank or something like that, or maybe a medium tank, and you want to get out of the way and you're tracked out in the open, this would really come in helpful and help you get the heck out of Dodge. Anything else? I would have to say Born Leader, 10% increase to skill, effectiveness, and crew performance. And I would say probably that's it. I mean, probably this as well. This would do pretty well. Deadeye, which is 6% increase to chance of damaging enemy crew and modules with AP, APCR, and heat shells, which it could help you very much. I would say not to take this. I know I've said this in my previous video and previous video before that this could be helpful if you're trying to train up your crew, but it's just the big old problem with replacing it with gold. Now, I'm not going to go over it in this video like I've done in the previous videos, and I wouldn't take 6 cents either, due because you already have that kind of built in, due because this is World of Tanks console, so you already have that kind of mechanic already built into the game. So, yeah. But rest of it could be wherever you want to put use on your commander as well. And next is the armor, which is probably a pretty interesting area. It is a T-55 model after all. It's just the AM2B variation of the vehicle, just upped with ERA plates of armor, and it has been given ATGM. So, not expecting it to have ridiculously gray armor, but yeah. So we got the armor. So we got 6-meter sickness, which is these like little boxes on the turret, and that little flashlight. Well, no, it's not so little, but the flashlight thing on the turret there. We have 10-meter sickness, which is the side skirts of the hull, which is skirts. The 12-meter sickness, which is some of the driver's port. Driver's port. Well, actually, yeah, it's the driver's port. And then one of the Capobas. 15-meter sickness, which is the engine deck, and these pieces back here which holds the fuel tanks. We got 20-meter sickness, which is the turret. Not turret. Both the Capobas and that little view rangefinder and that little piece in the front of the turret there, and the tracks and the belly of the tank, and little bibs and bobs in the front of the hull. 30-meter sickness, which is the upper plate, which is more, I believe it's more space armor, the fighting compartment and turret ring, and the roof of where the Capobas sits. 40-meter sickness, which is the gun. 45-meter sickness, which is the rear of the tank. 48, which is the forehead and both the Capobas and around the gun mountlet there. 50, which is above the gun mount, which is that little, like, I don't know what you want to call that little thing, but it's that little thing on top of the gun mantlet. We have 57 mirror thickness, which is the rear of the turret. 60 mirror thickness, which is these little side bits left and right of the turret, where the turret sits. 65, which is the rear of the turret again. We have 71, which is these two space armor protection on the left and right of the turret. 80, which is the side armor of the hull. Right? Yeah, just the sides. 86, which is the rear part of the cupolas. 100, which is the lower plate and the upper plate, and looks like somewhat around the gun mantlet and stuff. Then we have 115, which is this little circular C bit in the front of the turret right there, and the left and right of near the sides of the turret. 130, which is the front of the cupolas. 135, which is these bits again on the front of the turret and the little bit of sides there. 150, which is the gun mantlet, it looks like itself. 160, which is, well, right here on down towards the bottom of left and right of the turret. We have 170, which is left and right of the gun mantlet. 180, which is left and right of the gun mantlet again. 200, which looks like it's the cheeks and the gun mantlet itself. And 220, which is the log. Wargaming, I mean, I can't really say specifically how thick a log can be. I mean, it can be pretty thick, but I don't think it's going to be like 220 meters of thickness of protection for the rear of the tank. Though I could be wrong. Um, but definitely, I don't think it's going to be that much armor. So that's the most thickest armor on this tank. And it's just a log. I mean, okay, whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. Not going to complain about it. And let's go ahead and go over to the other remaining stats of the tank. That's going to show you by sitting in the garage. Right, yeah. This is actually somewhat how different how you should go look at the stats, I guess. So top forward speed is 55.50 miles per hour. Top reverse speed is 20.90 miles per hour. So actually pretty decent reverse, I have to say. It's not the fastest, but it's decent enough. Horsepower is 620. Power to rate ratio is now 14.98. Inter fire chance, which means how often you could be set on fire, is 12%, which is actually pretty decent. Pretty low, actually. Hit points is 2,700. Hull rotation speed is 48. Soft retreating resistance is 1.60. Mean retreating resistance is 0.70. Firm retreating resistance is 0.60. Detectability range while sitting still is 338.17, and while moving is 378. Wait, I think I got those mixed up. Let me repeat that again. Sorry for that. Detectability range while sitting still is 338.18, and while moving is 378.36. I think I got that right first time. Let me know if I did. View range is 505. Signal range is 650. And next is the 100 caliber gun D10 T2C. Right, current rotation speed is 39.60. Accuracy during rotation is 0.51. Max elevation is 14.25. Max suppression is 5. Reload time is 6.07. Rate of fire is 9.88. Accuracy 100 meters is 0.25. Accuracy during movement is 0.60. Aim time is 2 seconds, and of course you want to get one shot out of the gun because it's not a autoloader. And like I said, it carries about 55 rounds, and you got 2 different rounds of the APFSDS round, with one standard, one premium, and then you get ATGMs as well. And then damage per minute is 4,347. And we already talked about the damage and penetration, so we really don't need to. But if you want to put the video on pause, go right ahead and see what you want to see. Next is, of course, the premium benefits of the tank, because it is a premium tank, which I'm not going to say that. So if you want to put the video on pause, go right ahead and look at that. But yeah, that's basically it of the T-55AM2B in the garage. I have to say, I mean, I'm going to say this to every premium tank, worth keeping. But all depending on which way you look at, I guess. I could just show you the tank. That doesn't mean you might like it. You might not like it. It might not be your type of playstyle of a vehicle. So, in my opinion, definitely worth keeping. Not only because it's a premium tank that will definitely earn you tons of credits, because for one, it's a Cold War premium, and for two, it's a premium tank in general. But also, you never know. You might get in a war chest. You might get lucky and get in the future. Now, I'm not saying in the season or these war chests that's going on right now, but I'm talking like in future seasons, you might actually get this thing out of a chest. And if you do, you probably more likely, well, not probably, you're more likely going to get gold in compensation of it. So that's why I say keep your premiums there, guys. Just keep them. But that is gonna be it for this tank review within the garage. I guess let's take it out in the battlefield and see how she performs, shall we? Alright, see you guys in a few minutes, alright? So guys, we're back on Westfield, and this was, I believe, my second to third game with this vehicle. So, yeah, it's not a bad vehicle. It's just that I was getting two matches that was, I didn't feel like I was doing as good as I wanted to. In this one, I'm not going to tell you if it was a defeat or a victory. Like I said in the garage, I will count either a defeat or a victory as a game as long as I come first, second, or third in my team. If it's a defeat, fine. As long as I come first, second, third, like I said, or maybe if it's a victory as well, definitely. But if also something else happens that I think maybe you guys should see, like maybe, I don't know, I do something very awesome in a video. I don't know, but yeah, I gotta say this tank is definitely worth having in your garage. It is another T-55 model, which, you know, honestly, to be honest with you guys, I really don't care if there's copy and paste videos for Cold War. To be honest, I don't care if there will be more T-72 models that's coming out, or if there's going to be more T-55 models, or maybe more T-62 models. Though I do wish for these few other tanks for World Tanks Concept to come out is T-90s and also T-64s. We don't have no T-64s yet, so honestly, I am very much hoping that they do come out sometime in the future, but yeah. But it looks like we are going up on the hill. I'm just looking around, you know, while I'm driving up on the hill and all that. Just looking at my teammates, I guess, and kind of getting out of their ways, and also, you know, looking around, seeing if there's any enemies on the other side of the field. And it looks like we have an enemy armored fighting vehicle. Is that the XM 800 or something like that? Driving across. I'm not sure, either that or the Weasel Mark 1. It's one of those two vehicles. I know that for a fact. But looks like we stopped so that way the AMX can go ahead and go over. It looks like I'm waiting for this light tank up here to go across. I think that's the XM800T. No, I just want to go across. Yep. So there's probably some of them on the enemy team. They are rapid firing, and it looks like we hit that guy, but do not actually damage him. I'm trying to what's that? That looks like a VT. And we do actually do good penetration, which is basically a lot better. And it looks like that little weasel is stuck between me and that little, the AMX there. It looks like we have no shots on that XM800, sadly. But, yeah, there's a lot of enemies over here. I do bounce something, which is good, which I actually hit the little prey of that guy. And I do get hit myself, so, ooh, it looks like that guy hits me, but I hit him back. Someone kills him because I tracked him, I believe, and it looks like we were doing pretty well. So, again, gun depression. We hit the weak spot on the M60 over there, and looks like the smoke is really helping us out, but it's also helping the enemy team out too. And can we get a good shot on that, well, BZ Chinese rocket, tier 10 rocket tank at Air 2? I forgot the name of the thing, so yeah. You guys let me know what the name of that thing is called. But it looks like we're falling back a little bit here because, you know, our gun diversion is not the best. We don't very have much gun diversion, but it looks like I'm using my hull patch. And I don't know if well, we're just going to find out if we're used the ATGM. I don't think so, because we're in very close combat right now, so yeah, but it looks like we bounce a shot of that AMX. He doesn't hit damage me because he bounces off my upper plate, which is really good. Can we get a good shot? Sadly, nope. We bounce off his upper, well, top of his turn, and he gets a good shot into me. Not good, not good. But here comes the T-52. I shot, but do not hit him, sadly. Reload doesn't feel that bad at all. But it looks like we're trying to push forward. We wanted to hit this AMX at least once. We bounced, he bounced. Okay, but that doesn't look like that other guy. It doesn't bounce off my upper plate, which is pretty sad. He actually gets a shot into me. And looks like there's a T-72 coming back. And we actually get a good shot on that guy. We are being surrounded up here on the hill. Here comes the T-72. Do we get a shot into him? Yes, we do. And it looks like he misses. Though that AMX is proven to be my vein of my existence. Do we? Yes, we finally get a good shot into him. But he puts a good shot into me. I use my smokes to, you know, smoke up to get away from the guy. And slowly my team is losing. And oh, that could have been a kill on that T-72 model. No. Well, it is what it is, I guess. And my team is losing very fast here. Oh boy. If that shot would have actually landed, I would have taken that T-72 out. Though I don't think it would have made any effort or difference of actually for my team for winning. All we got left is this guy and a mean tank. We did had a Jack Panzer 2, but suddenly he decided to kill himself. Suicide on the battlefield. But yeah, this guy's not going to win. They're very close to him for one, and his ATGMs is not going to be that effective. These things are very much like squishy, loose, squishy toys. And he's the only one left now because the M60 does get taken out by the MX-30. I'm so used to saying M, am I? Well, it doesn't look like we're going to win this battle, are we? More likely not. I mean, okay, yes, he took out the Mark 1, which is a Weasel, which is nice because those things have all the cannons, but yeah, there's other things that has all cannons, and he gets taken out sadly. But that's gonna be it for this one, there, guys. If you guys really did enjoy it, if you guys did, please press that like on this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.